do a proper build of a painting frame stretcher on canvas. Go over the tools you need. There's a stapler, which I like. Use that later. You got a hammer. Just a block of wood. And these T50 staples will work with the power shot, and you need to make sure they fit. We've got these heavy-duty stretcher bars, which will make sure that your painting doesn't warp, and they shouldn't break on you. If you use the thinner ones, you're risking them breaking at some point or just warping over time. That's why it's good to use these. They're pretty, they're a bit more expensive, but worth it. Got this canvas. This isn't like the greatest canvas in the world, but for what we're doing, it'll work out just fine. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking these and making sure I have enough room for my canvas. You want to make sure you have enough to overlap over. So, you mock it up, put them down here. Make sure you have enough on both sides. And, you definitely got the length going on. So, once you do that, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut it, and we'll show that. So what we're going to do now is you're going to line up, make sure you're getting good use out of your canvas. You don't want to waste any. So you do that, bring it over here, see how far you need to go over on this side, which that should be good. So we're going to go right about right here. Alright, another tool I forgot to mention, but very important, is box cutters. Since canvas uses a square weave, all you should really do, if you have good quality canvas, a cheaper quality canvas is going to not do this, but you just start a cut, and then you should be able to stand up, and it should tear along the seam that you started. So you should get a straight cut seam, or good enough, So I'm going to start that. So it's going to be about right here. Just that little cut. No big deal. Already started. It's kind of a pain if you cut all the way across, and it gets real jaggedy, unless you're just like super straight hand, you can do it. But you take this, do one foot, grab onto this side, make sure that you're close enough but not over the edge, and just kind of tear it along. There you have it. So it's pretty simple. So now we're going to go ahead and assemble the frame. That's where the hammer and the block of wood is going to come into play. Really, I would prefer to use a rubber mallet, which is like $10 or something at Home Depot or whatever, store like that. And what you're going to do, these are slotted, which is really good because they're going to hold a lot better than anything else, really. And you're just going to push these together as much as you can. And the whole idea is that you want this to be flush. So once I've got it in pretty well, and you want it to be tough to get in there because it's going to hold better. Once you get in pretty well, then you break out your block of wood to nail it, to hammer it together. But I want to go ahead and get most of it in, because you'd be risking breaking it if you're just a hammer away. You could break this thing off, and then you have to go buy another one. The dimensions of this, by the way, is 16 inches by 22 inches. Just to give you an idea, we're working small, just because we need to, and that works for the project I'm getting ready to do. Take your block of wood to buffer it, because if you just hit it straight on, you can break it or warp it or put an indentation in it, and if you're spending all this time to do it, might as well do it and not mess it up. So just take the block of wood and hammer it down. Same thing over here. You don't want to go all the way yet because you want to make sure it's good and square. If you've got a T-square, that won't hurt either. I've done this enough that I should be able to do it right. Sort of rubber mallet comes into play a little bit easier because you're not having to like shuffle everything around. You got some gaps going. You're gonna hammer those out. Because as long as there's no gaps, you're good. This stuff's already cut to a 45-degree angle. Alright, what I'm showing you right here, so you got a lip on one side. Just make sure that the canvas is taut and it curves in so that you're not going to have a line that's going to show up while you're painting, because it's going to like go from, you know, where the canvas is going to give to just straight wood, and so then that'll cause, you know, a line to show up in your painting. And we're going to show on this side it's all flat and you've got this little edge right here. Got it as square as this is going to get, so really ideally you should have a T-square, and then you can just like put it right here and see how it goes. I'm alright with what we're doing right now.